Over in the U.S., the white police officer who shot dead a black teen in Ferguson, Missouri, sparking international protests, has resigned.
Darren Wilson claims the force was receiving threats, so he had no choice but to quit before someone else got hurt. Joyce Wu reports.
Nearly 4 months after the fatal shooting of black teen Michael Brown by a white policeman, which sparked worldwide protests, the officer in question, Darren Wilson, has resigned from the force. His attorney says Wilson quit after the police department told him it received threats of violence if he remained an employee. In his resignation letter, Wilson said he was told that if he continued working, it may put residents and police officers in Ferguson at risk, which he said was something he could not allow. The resignation came 5 days after a grand jury decided not to indict him for killing 18-year-old Brown. The incident reignited a contentious national debate in the U.S. on race and law enforcement, with many complaining that police unfairly target blacks. Wilson has been on paid leave and went into hiding a few days after the incident, following phone calls saying his home address had been posted on the internet. He moved from house to house and briefly lived with one of his lawyers. Residents of Ferguson had mixed reactions to Wilson's resignation.
I'm upset. I have a 16-year-old son. It could have been him. I feel that he was absolutely in the wrong.
Well, it's unfortunate he would have to resign, but I think it would be a very difficult situation for him to perform as an officer the way he was previously in a town like this where people know him and identify with him.
Glad y'all here. I'm glad some of my black leaders heard the march.
Prior to his announcement, activists in Ferguson called for an overhaul of police procedures, with the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People organizing a 193-kilometer march to the state capitol to gather support for their demands.
So we're marching from Ferguson to Jefferson City, from Mike Brown's hometown to the hometown of the governor. This is a nonviolent march. It is a peaceful march. And we're looking to enlist and engage people of goodwill all across Missouri, all across this country.
The marchers are demanding reform of police practices, a new police chief in Ferguson, and a national law to prevent racial profiling by police. Joyce Wu, ATV News.
A pilot in the U.S. had a lucky escape when he managed to walk away after crash landing his plane on the road.
And a 13-year-old boy kept prisoner by his father and stepmother in his home for 4 years has managed to get free. Arthur Okaola reports.
A 13-year-old boy in the U.S. who was missing for 4 years has been reunited with his mother after being found alive in another state. He was found in prison behind a fake wall at a house in Jonesboro, Georgia, 28 kilometers south of Atlanta. 5 people in the house, including the boy's father, were arrested. The boy, who went missing in 2010, was able to get to a phone to call his mother and tell her where he was. Police were unsuccessful when they searched the premises the first time, but found the boy when he managed to call his mother again, who helped officers track him down. Amateur footage posted online is said to show a suicide bombing targeting government offices in the Syrian city of Aleppo. In the first clip, a vehicle is shown speeding towards smoke-covered buildings. The second clip manages to catch an explosion, followed by thick clouds of smoke. Syria's civil war between government forces and opposition troops has claimed some 200,000 lives. Over in the state of Connecticut, a pilot was able to escape uninjured after his plane crashed on a road. He was traveling to Hartford when the plane's engine started to lose power. Luckily, the road was still under construction, so no one was on the ground when the plane landed. Arthur Okaola, ATV News.
Time now for sports with Bo Lang.
So Real Madrid breaks a club record, Bo.
That's right, 16 wins in a row for the Spanish Giants. But first in the English Premiership, Manchester United eased to victory against Hull. Manchester United welcome